All right, so I suck at recording. I was way too excited yesterday, and yeah, I got some clips of the car leaving the museum, but what a crazy day. We're driving to DCT World Cup. Apparently this is the only shirt I own, but driving to DCT World Cup, so put about 600 miles on the car yesterday. It was a little icy in the beginning, but we got through it. So just leaving the hotel and headed to Tampa. You know I gotta do a cold start. That's something else. That is something else. This car is just, it's nothing like, I've owned C5s, C6s, C7s, and this thing is just unlike any one. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, what a great job. It is just, it's literally the baby of a GT2 RS and a 458 like Ferrari or like Chevy wanted to do. And God, just, I can't believe this thing. Awesome car. Alright, so we're here at Speed Inc. today, just doing some preliminary dyno runs on the Z06. Just want to see what it makes before we put the exhaust and sport cats on it. You know, do some publicity for Speed Inc. They're always good to me, and they're taking care of this on the house, so we'll see what it does. Stay tuned. Alright, so we just dynoed it. I'm actually pretty impressed by the numbers. I thought it would be more like 570, 580. I know Speed Inc's dyno, it's a dyno jet, and they do all the numbers on, I think it's SAE corrected, but yeah, it did pretty good, and I'm pretty impressed. Naturally aspirated. I made a joke. I'm like, they've come a long way since the 5.3 naturally aspirated. Obviously completely unrelated to this motor. But awesome numbers. So I'm actually going to have my friends at Rada Race Lab do an exhaust on this. And we'll see how it goes. And we're going to be back for a dyno. So that'll be fun to see. All right, so we did a couple runs. 731 was the fastest of the three. The first one was a 733. Last and final was a 755, and that's when I decided to pack it up and go home. But for being the naturally aspirated DCT car it is, I don't know what R8s, what it really compares to is obviously R8s or Performantes or, 488s. I don't know what they actually run 60 to 130, but for being what the car is, naturally aspirated, it really is impressive. Compared to my C7 ZR1, which is really shocking, this car is a 1/10 of a second slower. And I've owned the C7 ZR1. I know how to drive it. I did no lift shift on it. It's just crazy to me that I couldn't get it lower than what it is. I really thought the C7 would be a 6-second car, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. I know auto cars are a little bit faster, actually quite a bit faster, because that 8-speed does shift pretty fast in the end of it. What really shocks me is the 2013 Viper I used to own. I tried everything on that car to get it somewhere in the sevens, but 818 was my best. And it's crazy. So this car being 30 horsepower more, clearly we saw a little bit more from what it dynoed at a 15% drivetrain loss. I think I calculated it closer to being about 690 horsepower, which is pretty damn good. Granted, it's a DCT, so it might be 13% loss. Who really knows? We don't know. But at 3,600 pounds, I think the car should have been a little bit lighter, but GM did what they could. It still needs to be a GT car. Mine is not a Z07, but it does have the carbon ceramic brakes. I don't have the carbon fiber wheels, but everything else should be similar. I love this car. I think GM did a great job. It's still one of the most comfortable Corvettes I did. You can run a 10-second quarter mile, and you can go get your groceries or do what I did and road trip the car. I think GM did a great job with the car. It truly is unique. Yeah, I guess that's where we end tonight's video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.